Just a young nigga out here looking forward. I never questioned my direction, y'all been looking for it. Lost thoughts often, so I took the recording. I got my foot where the door is, think I'm sharp and swordless. We cut with pens around here, and this the anthem to all my niggas with hella written. Just put your hands up, real ones. Don't tell the business of the too many we can't trust. Don't got time to focus on who your mans was. Shit, who is he now? People be broke around you, but got plenty when the bitches round. And when the liquor out, their hands don't got a penny now. Henny spouting out your pockets so they stick around. And we ain't shoveling out shillings, moving different now. PG Pilgrim getting shifty, peep from city clouds. Little demon dipping deep into your bitch's mouth. In and out swiftly, nigga, I'm finna add the digits now. Divine thinking mixed with mind-tingling substances. This music brought some problems, but honestly been in love with it. Slick with the drums and shit, you stick to the drugs you mix. Cuffing him won't do much, but bring that girl you love a stitch. Spit until I get my gums to rip raw when he numbs the shit. Ironic how he's only unlawful when y'all judging him. I'm not done, we're getting bigger by the frame per second. Faded for every major step I make before I meditate. I blaze some pressure. Been as razor edges, Gilettas. You better just face the exit. When in doubt, I face my reflection. Brain dead, making the steps that you could've made if you paid attention. Crazy headway was met with niggas dead. All we do is kill, like that number before 87. I don't take, I make it better. We showing grace, next mega stretches. It only takes
Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game when I hit it and entertain ya.
Go to hell, I'm not here to entertain ya. Just walk away and face the showdown. I won't fight, I don't care about the bleeding. 'Cause my freedom's undefeated. My soul on fire, burning desire. Make no mistake, 'cause the stakes are getting higher. Go to hell, I'm not here to entertain ya. I'm not here to entertain ya.
Don't be mistaken, your bloody time's up. This ain't no game when I hit it and entertain ya.
What is up, guys? Dashing here and alive. We are on Shockwave episode number 93, and of course it is post Ascendance 12, but as a wise man once said, my friends, there is no rest for the wicked, no off season here in CMV. The superstars, the men, the women, everyone straight back to work, because we are just a few weeks away from Battle Scars 10. And at Battle Scars 10, as Pat LaFave, the general manager of both Shockwave and Octane himself, announced at the top of the show, there will be a scramble match at Battle Scars 10 to determine who is next in line for a shot at the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, of course now held by Troy Colt. But Pat LaFave wanted to do something different, wanted to give that opportunity to everyone in the locker room, regardless of whether or not they're on Shockwave, Octane, doesn't matter. Pat LaFave said, if you want a shot, come out here and tell me why you deserve it. And we had a good amount of superstars from indeed both Shockwave and Octane come down to the ring and stake their claim. Wanted to be a part of that scramble match. So many superstars did that, well, obviously in a scramble match there's only 5 spots. 4, because as Pat LaFave confirmed, Marty Michaels will be getting one of those spots. So only 4 spots remain, and thus Pat LaFave setting up these qualifying matches here tonight. 4 of them, and this first one, man, whew, what a way to get things started, baby. The Bloody Brick, Chris Andrews, set to go one-on-one with a returning Guri. Yeah, Guri, one of the men who came down to the ring earlier tonight, making his return. And obviously a long history between Guri and Chris Andrews. Fresh off of his win against Killian Khan at Ascendance 12. The Bloody Brit, indeed the last man standing. I mean, I'm sure he's probably still feeling the effects of that matchup. And it ain't exactly going to get any better for him here, as he has to go one-on-one with a 7-foot-tall, 400-plus pound Russian ogre. A former Alpha World Champion. Guri is back, to the detriment of every other man here in CMV. And as I said before, quite a lot of history here between these two. They have clashed many times, but haven't met one-on-one in a CMV ring in many years. And as you can obviously see, Guri has, he's been busy during his time away from CMV. Last time we saw Guri, his face wasn't quite as beautiful as it is now. Let me just say that. Spending some time in a Russian gulag. I'm not exactly sure what crime he committed. I don't think I want to know either, to be clear. But now has made his way back to CMV and is wasting no time. Looking to become a world champion once again. And again, this is a scramble match qualifier. We'll see who's going to be joining Marty Michaels and 3 others at Battle Scars 10. The opportunity to go on and challenge Troy Colt for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. And Troy Colt kicking off his reign right here tonight. That's right. The boy is in the building. Mr. No Days Off is here, and he's going to be in action. I'm sure he's going to be watching these scramble match qualifiers very closely. But here we go. What a way to kick off this episode of Shockwave. And Chris Andrews immediately takes his best shot at Guri and virtually does nothing to the Russian Ogre. But now a quick dragon screw, able to take the former Alpha World Champion down. Guri back up though with a forearm smash. Picks him up. Nice escape though by the Bloody Brit as he's able to drop down behind Guri and into a Russian leg sweep. Chris Andrews with his fair share of battles against giants again. Just knocked off Killian Khan at Ascendance 12. Middle of the ring here with a full mount lefts and rights. Chris Andrews, of course, has not held a world championship here in CMB for well over 4 years. High time, says Andrews. And he makes it back to the top of the mountain. But he's going to have to earn his shot. Just like everyone else. Few elbows. Well, everyone else except for Marty Michaels, it would appear. But the Intercontinental Champion, he will also be in action here tonight. Not to mention a big old tag team main event we've got. As Ellie Quinn and the newest member of the Killjoy Club, Chloe Marks, will take on a returning Yvonne Ivy and a Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus as Chris Andrews taking to the air. And now at ringside, some more mounted punches. Lefts and rights dropping like bombs. Kick to the gut though, gets countered. And a DDT on the floor. We see that Guri is busted open. Welcome back. And more punches. Andrews seeing the open wound now, targeting it. Gonna throw Guri face first into the steel post. Blood smearing on that steel post. Big overhand. Andrews is absolutely molly-whopping Guri here. Count of 7 though, and flips him off, of course. Vintage Bloody Brit, but Guri's not going to take that. Back in the ring now with a drop down. And a German suplex, but again, Andrews able to counter it. As now an Irish whip. Oh man, picks him up for a sidewalk slam, but Guri able to escape with a knee to the face. Tries for that big right hook. That's vintage Guri right there. Andrews able to avoid it though. Another DDT. He's going to rush into the pin. Hooking that tree trunk of a leg. 1. Man, what were they feeding Guri in prison? Big old headbutt from the bloodied Russian Ogre, who now traps the arm of Chris Andrews, stomping on the hand. And he isn't finished. So many little bones in the hand that are easily broken, and Guri is looking to make sure that Andrews can maybe never use that left hand again. My God. Guri now, might be looking to break the Bloody Brit's back and make him humble. Camel clutch is locked in, but Brit able to grab at the ankles and escape. Cheeky jab and a kick to the gut. Another DDT. I mean, look, there's not much you can do against Guri. He's so massive. Brit's doing what he can. Oh no! Powerbomb! Powerbomb! Stacks him up. 1, 2. What a kick out. Guri. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, there's no way! Off the top rope! Tsunami from Guri! 400 plus pounds! What? Chris Andrews kicks out. Getting smeared across the canvas like jelly across a piece of toast right there, but somehow survives. And flips him off. Only the Bloody Brit, baby. Cannonball in the corner. Oh, the ribs of Chris Andrews got to be feeling some type of way right now, but look at the power. Look at the strength. Vintage. That spinning power slam, middle of the ring, but only a 2 count. What a way to kick off this episode of Shockwave post Ascendance 12, and Chris Andrews not done. You know what comes next. Revenge! 1, 2, 2.999, but Chris Andrews ain't having it. Revenge! A second dose. Uno, dos, tres. Chris Andrews is going. What? Wait a minute! What the hell? That's another member of the Jackals. That's Jalen McLean, the 4th member of the Jackals, who of course we saw arrive at Ascendance 12, brutally attacking both Peligro and Justin Sane, and another attack here tonight as he takes out Chris Andrews and Guri. Well, my friends, no doubt. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! That's Oliver Croft! That's another member of the Jackals! He's one of the men we saw attack Justin Sane in Ascendance 12. What the hell's going on? Where's security? Back-to-back attacks by the Jackals, just like they did in Ascendance 12. First the Bloody Brit and Guri, now Yamashita. As Yamashita agrees for this matchup to still get underway, taking on Ahmed. What the hell is going on? These Jackals, they're attacking anyone, everyone. And there's still 2 more members. Rakeem Sparks and Junichi Guchikin, and you gotta wonder where the hell they are. Well, we try to focus now on this matchup underway in the ring. Ahmed one-on-one with Yamashita, and well, obviously Yamashita coming into this one at a disadvantage following that attack by Oliver Croft. Ahmed attempting to take advantage, but even hurt, Yamashita still not going to be a man easily put down here. It's really a restarting phase for a great many here in CMV post-Ascendance 12. You know, a brand new calendar year, if you will, and wanting to start off with a victory. Heading into Battle Scars 10, Yamashita tries for a wild right hand. Ahmed, I'm sure, feeling real good after himself and the two-time commentator of the year. Right here, your man's dashing DJ Yuri, victorious over those bozos, Bad Bunny and Post Malone at Ascendance 12. And I assure you right now, ladies and gentlemen, look, you don't have to thank me. Hold your applause. We will never be seeing Post Malone in a CMV ring again after myself and my main man Ahmed embarrassed him on the grandest stage of them all. And now Ahmed getting caught there with a power bomb and a massive knee from Yamashita. Quickly going to escape to the outside, though, so smart. Being so young in the game, terrific wherewithal displayed by Ahmed. Well, hopefully we'll get an update a little bit later on the condition of the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews, and Gurry for that matter. But Chris Andrews is indeed now officially in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10, joining Marty Michaels. The other 3 spots will be filled throughout the night. How about this matchup? Bob Luger and Leon Gara one-on-one. Sign me up. Put me front row. Not to mention Xander Slade and Bloody Justice. One-on-one in a scramble match qualifier. And of course, then it'll be Salvage and Mystery Mask the 4th. And our final scramble match qualifier of the evening. Yamashita with a slingshot spear attempt, but Ahmed so quick-witted, able to get out of the way right there into a hangman's neck breaker. Fast thinking, but gets tripped up by the Japanese Tsunami. Quick wrench of the arm. Gets him up for an inverted atomic drop. A splash across the midsection. Quickly hooks the leg. 1, 2, but a kick out. Ahmed not playing around here. Yamashita getting to his feet. Not aware of what's coming. We've seen this plenty of times from Ahmed. That bully choke. Locked in, and Yamashita, though, able to break free pretty quickly before he's put to sleep. And there's that springboard clothesline from him. Always impressed to see that. Oh, no. We know what this is. Maybe? No, thought he was going to go for the Tsunami. Clothesline from off the top. And again, Ahmed quickly dropping to the outside, trying to get himself a bit of breathing room, but Yamashita is keeping on top of him like a monkey on a cupcake. Quick punch to the gut. Ahmed slamming Yamashita face first off the ring apron, which we all know, the absolute hardest part of the ring. It takes that arm now. Smashes it off the floor. Stomp to the back of the head, gets evaded. Yamashita from behind. Gonna throw Ahmed down onto the floor. He gets back into the ring. Maybe looking to win this one by count out. Up to a count of 7, but Ahmed back to his feet. Yamashita waiting for him. What is this gonna be? Sit out. Last ride powerbomb didn't sit out. I thought he was gonna sit out. But Ahmed, with about a millisecond to spare right there, kicks out, but no opportunity to recuperate as Yamashita making sure that Ahmed doesn't get the opportunity to recover, but unfortunately Ahmed with that exploder suplex sends Yamashita to ringside. Big time knee. And now sends Ahmed once again into the squared circle. Gonna try for another pin here. Shoots the half, hooks the leg. 1, 2. But that's a kick out for Ahmed. Yamashita starts to wonder what the hell he's got to do here. That power bomb didn't get the job done. Ahmed clothesline. You can tell he's hurting right now. But again, like I said before, oh! The rear naked, if he can take him down, yes! Body scissors applied, middle of the ring! Yamashita is caught, but is able to escape with that little headbutt. Now wrenching back on the arms, stomping Ahmed into the canvas. Another wrench to the arm. Ahmed knows that he can't afford to play around with someone the caliber of Yamashita. Trips him up. Yes! Make him humble! Make him humble! The Egyptian Destroyer, camel clutch applied, and Yamashita taps out. A massive win for Ahmed here tonight. I mean, you definitely gotta give a bit of credit to Oliver Croft of the Jackals with the assist, attacking Yamashita before the match even began. But even still, my main man Ahmed continues to line him up and knock him down. Coming up next here on Shockwave number 93, my friends, it is post-Ascendance 12, and that means we have a healthy amount of new faces here in CMV on both Shockwave and Octane. We're going to be having ourselves a few debuts, not just here tonight, but on the Underground and Octane as well, and our first is coming up next as one half of Northern Lights. Bjorn Frost gets ready to take on Pink Star, the newest acquisition for the Shockwave roster. I've been excited about the arrival of Pink Star these last couple of days, getting ready for this matchup right here. But this is an opportunity for Bjorn Frost as well. We've seen a new side from Bjorn Frost over this past month and change. Of course, at Ascendance 12, he and Sven Hammer unable to recapture the World Tag Team titles from Top Guns, coming up short, and now maybe Frost is going to break out potentially as a singles competitor. You know, I talked about it at Ascendance 12. Might be time for Bjorn Frost to cut the dead weight that is Sven Hammer. I see a lot of potential in this young kid. I guess we'll find out here if he has what it takes to cut it on his own. And talking about a young man with a lot of potential, you're looking at it right there. Look, I've seen the clips of what this kid can do, and I'm definitely excited to see what he can make happen here on Shockwave. Fact of the matter is, here in CMV these days, we don't have a whole lot of luchadors actively competing. I mean, you have the likes of Peligro, who has an extensive background, Leon Gara, who dabbles in the luchador style, El Jefe, certainly. But I think that Pink Star really could bring something fresh to the table that's been mostly lacking lately. So let's find out. Bjorn Frost, Pink Star one-on-one here on Shockwave number 93, and both guys charging right after each other. As soon as that bell rings, didn't go so well for Frost as we see Pink Star take the early advantage. Now an Irish whip. Gonna send the former World Tag Team Champion into the corner. Shining Wizard pulled into a clothesline, and Pink Star's looking to wrap it up already. Not gonna be that easy though. Kick out by Frost. Springboard moonsault into the pin. Yeah, Pink Star is not getting paid by the hour. Tries again to end things early, but Frost once more kicks out. Definitely an international flair to this matchup. As we see Frost now try to slow things down. Yanking at the arm there of Pink Star. And Bjorn Frost, who we've seen during his time here in CMV, very dangerous submission specialist, especially that sharpshooter of his he likes to utilize. He's tapped out a great many men with that. In that CMV ring right there, Pink Star certainly, hopefully, did his homework and is prepared to try to counter the mat game, but right now, Frost has taken full control. Now off the ropes though, leapfrog by Pink Star, and again, boom, gets taken down though, legs split and a stomp to the gut. Goes for the legs, but Pink Star able to shove him back. Quickly escapes to the outside, does Frost. Back into the ring though, wasted no time. Pink Star's waiting for him. Whoa, what a Hurricane Rana from Pink Star. Ain't gonna stop there either. Immediately pops up Frost, kick to the gut though, gets caught. Elbow to the knee, forearm smash. Now picks him up for a bow tie. Look at the way that Frost digs his knee and shin into the lower back of Pink Star, but able to avoid that leg drop. Go into the ropes again, but Frost able to stop him at this time. Very well done there by the former World Tag Team Champion. Swinging neckbreaker, guys, still to come. We have got 3 more scramble qualifying matchups. We've also got the new undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, Troy Carr, in action. Holy shit, count the World Liger Bomb! Pink Star pulling that out of nowhere. Oh, but a kick out from Frost. He's hurting as he escapes to the outside. Pink Star, my man is gearing up for something. But he took a little bit too long, and Frost able to recover, get back into the ring. Perhaps a bit overexcited. Oh, Shiranui drops the legs. 1, 2. 2.999. Look how Pink Star doesn't even hesitate though. Straight to the top. Double boot stop, and Frost able to get back up. Frost is going into overdrive here. Survival mode. Elbows to the midsection. Avoids that kick. Thrown down. Frost trying to realize exactly what the hell just happened the last couple of minutes. Now just giving Pink Star all he can handle and then some. Elbow across the face and a stiff kick to the lower back. You can definitely see Frost trying to weaken Pink Star for that sharpshooter. Pink Star, some pretty disrespectful kicks here. Frost has knocked that shit off. Pink Star, I don't think he's going to listen though. Tries to take him for a walk. Elbows to the midsection. Now it's Pink Star with some elbow of his own. Back and forth here between these two. Quickly becoming a reversal fest. Pendulum backbreaker though brings an end to all that. Or maybe not. Pink Star kick to the top of Bjorn's head. Beautiful drop kick. How about another? Frost will not stay down though. Pink Star's going off the ropes. Cross body. He's feeling it now. Quickly hooking the leg. 1, 2. Very nearly gets the job done. Holy shit! Phoenix splash from off the second rope. And that still ain't enough to keep Bjorn Frost down though. Pink Star says, alright, enough fun and games. Goes for a famouser, it looked like. Bjorn Frost, what a reversal into a power bomb. Reeling is Pink Star now as Frost. Irish whip on the rebound, gonna try to catch a back body drop. Pinfall attempt now by Frost. 1. Just a 1 count. I'd call that 1.999. And again targets the lower back with that kick. As he drags Pink Star closer to the center of the ring, wants him away from the ropes. I gotta think he's trying to go for that sharpshooter. Oh, what is this? Forearm to the back of Pink Star's head, guys. That might be lights out right there. But Bjorn Frost isn't content. He's going for the sharpshooter. Pink Star, though, comes back to life. Goes to the ropes, but again, Frost able to stop him. Shin breaker. Frost says, you ain't going nowhere, my friend. Looks to stop him. Dead in his tracks. Sharpshooter. Sharpshooter applied, but the ropes are right there. And that is a stroke, I should say, of fortune for Pink Star. Into the midsection now as the newcomer attempts to rally. And you can see these fans on their feet. They are already firmly behind Pink Star. Picks him up, stares him in the eyes. What is he fixing to go for here? Puts him into the corner. Just kind of throws himself at Bjorn Frost. And another springboard Phoenix splash. 1, 2. Bjorn Frost proving to be a tough SOB here. Pink Star maybe seeming to get frustrated now. Oh, Frost gets busted open. Pink Star's going to the corner. What is this going to be? A punt kick! Right upside the head, Pink Star. What is this man doing? Oh my God! A standing sea fire from out of the corner, and that's gonna be enough! An impressive victory for Pink Star here in his CMV debut, guys, but oh, look at Pink Star. He's offering respect for a hard-fought match, but Frost wants none of it. Bjorn Frost ain't interested in the handshake. Walking up the ramp with his head hung low. Pink Star, nonetheless, what a victory. And just a taste Pink Star gave us there of what he's capable of. my friends, indeed, what a win there for Pink Star. And again, I emphasize, I cannot wait to see what the future holds here on Shockwave for that young man. But we've still got a whole lot of action coming your way here on Shockwave number 93, guys. And, well, there you see our newest official here in CMV, Amelia Jones, who's going to be refereeing this next matchup. If you've been out of the loop, Amelia Jones coming up last in the Cyborg Invitational, which of course means that her in-ring career, I don't know why I can't speak today, having a little bit of a mini stroke, but her in-ring career as a result coming to an end. But after refereeing the matchup between Taryn Torres and Precious Pratt at Ascendance 12, the officials here in CMV impressed with how she handled herself, and so offering her a job as a full-time referee. Amelia Jones, with really no other prospects, I kind of had no choice but to accept. At least, you know, in Amelia, in her mind, it keeps her on the road with her family, with Amity. And Amelia Jones going to have the job of officiating this scramble match qualifier. Xander Slate, who had Ascendance 12, we saw emerge from hell victorious against Jason Spade, locking the Outlaw inside of that casket. But as Xander Slate said himself earlier tonight, it wasn't just Jason Spade who needed to feel his wrath. There are a great many others still in CMV that Xander Slate has his one good eye on to deliver vengeance. And he says right now, Troy Colt is the one that he's going to be hunting down. We know, of course, that Marty Michaels, the Intercontinental Champion, having one of those spots in the scramble match handed to him by Pat LaFave. And it was the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews who won our first qualifier at the top of the show, knocking off Guri. We've still got Bob Luger and Leon Gata, as well as Salvage and Mystery Mask the fourth and scramble match qualifiers to come. But Xander Slate and Bloody Justice looking to see who snatches up the next spot. And Bloody Justice, who's in a more foul mood than typically. Not been a very good few weeks for Bloody Justice, losing his Anarchy Championship to Alaric, and of course in Ascendance 12, he and Jeremy Barmore were not able to capture the Octane tag team titles. Bloody Justice, in his own right, though, is a former undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. And even though he is an Octane superstar, as Pat LaFave said himself, he was opening up the floor for anyone, for everyone, doesn't matter which show they're on, to partake in that scramble match at Battle Scars 10. So Bloody Justice, who was lucky enough to be here in the arena, he took his shot. Far from the first time that these two have met one-on-one in a CMB ring, but it certainly has been quite some time. Neither man would I be too thrilled to bump into in a dark alley late at night. And I would wager a guess that's where Bloody Justice likes to hang out in his free time. Dark alleys, you know, boiler rooms. That's the kind of vibe I think a Bloody Justice enjoys. But of course, he calls home the Bloody Forest. Right now, it's Xander Slate, Bloody Justice, of course, our official Amelia Jones. She rings the bell. Let's find out who's getting the next spot in the scramble match. At Battle Scars 10, Bloody Justice gonna get Xander Slate down in the corner. Slate gonna make it to the ropes for a beautiful disaster kick. Xander Slate, also a former world champion. It has been over 9 years since Slate held the world championship, though, here in CMV. Oh, Bloody Justice with a sit-out choke slam. Not playing around as he goes for the pin. Amelia in position, but only a 2 count. Drops down, side control. Bloody Justice really hoping it would be easy peasy lemon squeezy. No chance of that, though, when you're in the ring with someone like Xander Slate. Big punch. Justice now. He delivers a stiff clothesline. He's going to have himself a little bit of a nibble. Another pinfall attempt. Amelia Jones sliding into position. Just a 1 count, though. Slate back into the ring. Not running. Just taking a breather as he carries Justice into the corner for a snake eyes. And a stop to the bicep. Again, I'm sure that Troy Colt is in his locker room preparing for his matchup later on tonight, but keeping a close eye on these scramble match qualifiers. Look, he's already got Marty Michaels, the current Intercontinental Champion, and the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews in that scramble. 2 tough hombres right there. And whether it's Slate or Justice, 2 more top-tier potential challengers for Troy Colt to contest with. Buckle bomb as Slate tells the CMV Universe to take a hike. PG terms. Amelia begins her count. Big clothesline. From the former Anarchy champion who now delivers a plethora of headbutts, just like a gorilla, man, pounding of the downed Slate here. Rather animalistic approach by Bloody Justice, who now spins Slate around. Drops him with a reverse DDT. Picks him up just to put him right back down with that clobbering double axe handle. And it worked so well the first time. Why not again? Slate, though, says, I'm out of here. Gets himself to the outside, trying to catch his breath. But Bloody Justice from the top. He's thinking about it. Not what I would call a frequent flyer, but a double axe handle. And follows it up with a choke. Slate, though, get that shit out of here. Kick to the gut and a knee to the back of the head. It drives Bloody Justice face first out of the floor. Punch to the midsection. Bloody Justice, though, knowing his environment well, sends Slate head first into the steel post. Amelia Jones, who's up to a count of 4 here. Xander Slate taking his time, but gets back into the ring. Bloody Justice not quick enough to react as he gets sent into the ropes. Dropped down by the OG Dirty Heel. And a sidewalk slam. Quickly hooks the leg. 1, 2, but a kick out. A bit of a bitch slap there from Xander Slate, who now, well, shades of Bob Luger with a lapel lock. Lapel lock, though, not applied for too long. Bloody Justice able to escape as he tries to fire back, taking Slate for a walk. Slate, though, with some elbows, able to set himself free. Picks up Bloody Justice, fireman's carry position, drops him across that top rope. Slate, a whole lot of ways Xander Slate can have an opponent dead to rights. Bloody Justice, same can be said about him, though. Uranagi on the floor. That just changed the complexion of this matchup real quick. Bloody Justice. My goodness. Look, bringing a world championship to the unholy alliance. Nothing to sneeze at. And then you think about the fact that Jeremy Barmore is the current Rite of Passage champion. He has a shot at the global championship whenever he wants. The Unholy Alliance, if things go their way over this next month or so, we could possibly see them holding both world titles here in CMV. Bloody Justice trying for a two-handed choke. Xander Slate with a kick to the midsection, though. Picks him up. Justice, though, able to drop down behind him. A shot to the back of the knee. Slate tries to make it to the ropes. Picks himself up in the corner. Bloody Justice waiting for him, but eats that elbow right to the side of the head. Quick throat thrust. Nice combination put together by Bloody Justice. Big blow across the back. Slate, though, with an elbow to the jaw, has himself an opening. But Bloody Justice with a double throat thrust right there. Spins him around to Slate, creeping up from behind, back and forth, reversal fest like it's 1999 up in here, Topher. Out of the corner, cutter from Slate, scrambles for the pin. One, but only a 1 count. Bloody Justice makes it out onto the apron, trying to find some refuge, but Slate keeping on him like peanut butter on jelly. Gonna deliver a skull-cracking DDT off the apron! Holy shit! And now Justice truly is bloody as Slate mocks him with these press-ups. Hey man, you gotta get a workout in whenever you can. Oh, now Slate with a choke slam! On the floor, revenge for that Uranagi earlier. Bloody Justice sent Ribs first into the steel steps. I don't know if Justice going to be able to answer Amelia's count here, guys. Look, Slate is pretty content. He's got this one in the bag, and he very well may. He's looking for the count-out dub here. Amelia's trying to give Justice a chance. Well, Justice starting to move around. Slate sees that. Going to go to attack with a coconut crunch. Shoved back, Bloody Justice. Thrown again, though, down onto the floor. Slate not letting him get far. Tries for a throat thrust of his own. Knee to the midsection. Xander Slate again going to apply that LaBelle lock. It's not exactly going to do him very much good here at ringside, though, even if Bloody Justice were to tap out. This isn't Falls Count Anywhere rules. Another stiff, close range lariat there from Bloody Justice as he looks for another choke slam. At ringside, man, the back of Xander Slate heavily damaged in this matchup. But once again, well, no, Bloody Justice tries to bonk his head off the steel post. Luger landing! Xander Slate with a lot of shout-outs to Bob Luger in this matchup. Of course, there's the potential if Bob Luger wins his qualifier later on tonight. We might see a quick reunion at Battle Scars 10. Back into the ring he goes. Slate shoots the half, hooks the leg. Amelia, 1, 2, but a kick out. Slate is frustrated but staying focused here as Justice gets to his feet. Slate looking to go for the kill. A third choke slam from Bloody Justice in this match. As Justice gets back into control. Slows the pace. Off the ropes though. Oh, there's the Justice effect. That could do it for sure. 1, 2. 2.999, but Bloody Justice. Sister's Joy. 1, 2. What? The Justice effect followed up by Sister's Joy, and Slate still kicks out. 2 of Bloody Justice's best shots right there. Now off the top, he's have to come up with something different. Body splash. Again, kicks out to Xander Slate. Bloody Justice, what the hell has he got to do here, man? What can he do? He's tried everything. Oh, a headbutt to where the sun don't shine. Come on now, Amelia. Where's the finger wag? Where's the warning? Slate may have been able to kick out, but Bloody Justice is still firmly in control. And Slate's got to do something soon if he wants to turn the tide. Look at these elbows to the top of the head. Drops to his knees, consulting the spider deities. But that may have given Slate the opening that he needs here. Gets himself up out of the corner. Back and forth now. What a matchup this has been. Remember what's at stake, a spot in the scramble match at Battle Stars 10. The opportunity to challenge for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Trading shots here. Amelia keeping her distance, doesn't want to get between these two, man. They're throwing soup bones. But Slate with a decapitating clothesline, and he says enough is enough. Is it gonna be the end of days for Bloody Justice? 1, 2, 3! Xander Slate is heading to Battle Stars 10. What a match! But he who is vengeance has marked his prey, and that is Troy Colt. Slate now just one step away from getting that opportunity to get Troy Colt in the ring with the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship on the line. All right, up next, lads and gents, we got ourselves some oh, wait a minute. Well, guys, we've already seen Jalen McClain and Oliver Croft make an appearance here tonight. And now Rakeem Sparks and Junichi Gushikin of the Jackals. We knew they were here. We knew it was only a matter of time before they appeared. Another attack from the Jackals as they beat down the Kings of the Kitchen. But it looks like Joey Bacon is telling the ref, hey, we're still okay to go. And the ref making sure before he rings the bell. I mean, it's plain as day here, guys. The Jackals declaring war on the entirety of the Shockwave roster. They have attacked Chris Andrews, Guri, Yamashita, and now the Kings of the Kitchen all in one night. Just as we saw them take out Peligro and Justin Sane at Ascendance 12. These, well, living up to their name, they really are jackals, like a pack of rabid animals just going after absolutely everybody. This definitely gives it a big advantage to Cool Hearts in this tag team matchup, but well, as we saw Big Quan and Joey Bacon Not going to tuck tail and run. Tag made to Quantum now. As Greg Ward tries to go right after him. Quan going to put him into the corner, though. It's just about the last place you want to be, trapped in the corner here with Big Quan on one side and Joey Bacon on the other. The guys with Top Guns retaining their World Tag Team titles that Ascend is 12 against Northern Lights. The tag team division is really wide open right now. We are in need of new #1 contenders, and the winning team here could very well see themselves move closer to that position. Irish whip into the corner by Ace Bishop, who makes the tag, brings Ward right back in for an assisted gut punch. El Perro, he likes to refer to himself as, and this dog most certainly no qualms, feasting on these scraps left over by the Jackals there. It has already been an insane night of action here on Shockwave number 93, guys, and still we've got Bob Luger and Leon Gara in a scramble match qualifier coming up. Salvage and Mystery Match the 4th in a scramble match qualifier. And of course our huge tag team main event, Ellie Quinn and Chloe Marks against Yvonne Ivy and Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus. As Greg Ward is going to make the tag to Ace Bishop. Takes a shot at Joey Bacon, knocking Big Ham down to the outside. Off the ropes, he's sent, drop down, and a leapfrog. Clothesline from Quantum, a former global champion who we've seen on this fitness journey over the last couple months. He has lost a lot of weight, which is impressive in and of itself, but then add to that you're best friends with Joey Bacon. It's even more incredible that Quantum has had such discipline, because when you're friends with Joey Bacon, man, you're spending just about 99% of your time in catering, trying to get back to the Quantum of old when he was global champion. Greg Ward just getting turned round and round by Quantum here. Not sure what sort of game plan this is. And now he makes the tag to the 7-foot-tall, 500-pounder. Oh, I guess Quantum was setting Greg Ward up for Joey Bacon. See, that's great teamwork. And that's fucking teamwork. From pillar to post. Joey Bacon. Choke slam to El Perro. He says, get me the fuck out of this ring right now. But Bacon said, you ain't going nowhere. Ward able to counter the Irish whip, though. And now some knees to that big old belly. Ward pressing his feet up against the throat of Joey Bacon. Big Ham gasping for air. That gives Ward the time to make the tag to Ace Bishop. Cool Hearts have definitely been largely in control here. And that's thanks, of course, to that pre-match attack by the Jackals. Bishop, not too sure what he was thinking about there. Something crossed his mind for a moment, but he decided against it as he sends Bacon into the corner. Wrenching at that arm. Trying to rip it right off. Like a turkey leg. Now he's got Bacon pulled up in the corner, using the corner here to actually get Joey Bacon off his feet. That Dragon Sleeper, but unfortunately he can't keep it locked in. Risks a disqualification. Nice. Tandem offense by Cool Hearts there, but misses the springboard body splash as Bacon makes the hot tag to Big Quan. Tries for a forearm smash, though. Counters, back elbow by the future man. And I yank him up out of the corner with an alley-oop. Into the corner now of the Kings of the Kitchen, wanting a tag. Ace Bishop saying no thank you sir, as instead Quantum trapped in the corner of Cool Hearts. Gives him a taste of that top turnbuckle. Careful now, Joey Bacon, he's known to eat those top turnbuckles. You've seen him do it numerous times. You know, those top turnbuckles, they're expensive. All right? It ain't cheap to replace those. Ace Bishop all over the arm of Quantum. Finally able to get himself out of the corner. Now he puts Bishop in the corner and grabs a hold of his arm. Tit for tat. Bishop quickly though able to counter. Forearm gonna drop Quantum as Bishop makes the tag to Greg Ward. Knee mugs Joey Bacon for taking some shots here at Quantum. Again gonna resort to this illegal choke. Cool Hearts certainly not against breaking the rules to get an advantage, as we've seen numerous times throughout this matchup. Especially if it means getting themselves closer to a potential shot at the World Tag Team Championship. Quantum using a tag in a bad way right now. Look at this discus forearm! Right to the side of the head, and Quantum, knowing where he is though, that's that veteran instinct. Kicking in as he makes the hot tag. Bacon looking to yeet Greg Ward, who gets distracted by Quantum though. Dragged into the corner. Oh, Bacon! Bacon's hungry! Trying to bite off the nose of El Perro. Oh, now he's got him by the nose. Slap across the face. In the corner. Joey Bacon. Scoop slam, spreads the legs. Headbutt. Headbutt to the tape. Greg Ward running for his life. Getting sandwiched by King to the Kitchen. Trapped with no place to go. Big time slam on the floor. Ward though finally able to get himself the opportunity to get back into the ring, sending Quantum into the steel steps and a DDT to Joey Bacon. Quantum throwing Ward down to the floor, gets back into the ring. Saying, come on then, son. Let's throw hands if you're game. Out onto the apron. Quantum. Joey Bacon back up relatively quickly after that apron DDT. Got a big old head. Delayed butterfly suplex by Big Quan. Follows that up with some closed fists. The bridge of the nose and a tag to Joey Bacon. Big Ham. Is he going to be feasting? Watch out, ref. Pop-up power slam right down in the middle of the ring. Greg Ward, though. Bacon a little bit too preoccupied there. Getting excited. Bacon! He's got the nose of Ward again! Ward with a punch in the gut though. Ace Bishop back into the ring. Off the ropes he goes for a beautiful disaster kick. Bishop getting distracted by Quantum. That gave Bacon just a couple of seconds he needed to get back into the ring. Snake eyes for Bishop. Picked up in an Irish whip. Drop down. Bacon pop-up power slam to Bishop. A little bit of a 2-for-1 sale. Bacon just should not be able to move the way that he does. If someone his size 7 feet tall, 500 plus pounds, tag to Quantum. Bishop welcoming him into the ring. And again going after the arm as the tag is made to El Perro. Forearm smash brings Quantum down to his knees. Big time left hook. Knocking a couple of them teeth loose. Cool Heart starting to take back control now. You can see that Ward is definitely in rough shape though. Tags Ace Bishop back in. Immediately, Greg Ward brought back in for a bit of double team action. Late into the game like this, frequent tags, really the name of the game. And Cool Hearts making sure to keep themselves as fresh as they possibly can. Desperate pin attempt right here by Greg Ward. Doesn't do much, only a 1 count. Puts him right back into the corner. Quantum's got to do something to stop this. And the arms of Quantum, specifically that left arm, has really been the primary target for Cool Hearts throughout this matchup. Tag is made, back suplex, followed up by a slingshot senton. Quantum though with a kick to the side of the head. And a knee. Stevens eating it though. And saying, thank you, sir. May I have another? Missed that body splash. Big trouble now is Quantum. Whoa! Able to escape to the outside. Says, how do you do to Greg Ward before getting back into the ring? Clothesline to an unsuspecting Ace Bishop, but the pin broken up by Ward. However, I don't think Quantum is finished. Tries for those big time punches. Great quick kicks by Bishop, now tagged to Greg Ward. Cool Hearts definitely want to keep Quantum in the ring at this point. They've done a great job of isolating him. Working together to continue wearing him down. Ward flipping Quantum over, but Quantum lying in wait. Smacks the taste out of his mouth. Throws him into the corner. Tries for that tag, but Ward shuts him down. Reverse STO denied. Great takedown there. The tag to Big Ham. Oh my God, that's just about the last place. You want to be on God's green earth, trapped between the thighs of Joey Bacon. I can't think of a worse fate. Greg Ward gonna be a victim of the headbutt to the taint. Quantum going to keep himself busy as Ward drops down to ringside. Forcing Bishop to kiss the canvas, but Ward is back into the ring. My man's must be wearing a cup. I don't know how you get back up so quickly from a maneuver like that. Delivers another DDT off the goddamn apron to Joey Bacon, that gets back into the ring. A pseudo timestamp from Quantum. Ace Bishop keeping it busy though, and a big jumping cutter from Greg Ward. 1, 2. The fans on their feet. What a tag team match. That might have been the best opportunity for Cool Hearts to bring this one to an end. Roundhouse kick out of the corner, but Joey Bacon's back up. Able to make the save, tag to Ace Bishop. Bishop now going to try his hand at putting the Future Man down for good. More tandem offense by Cool Hearts. Rocket launcher. Sends Ward like a torpedo. Off that top rope, and now, oh, come on. Disrespect from El Perro to the Hall of Famer. Knife edge chop. I got to admit though, Cool Hearts on their 8-game butterfly DDT and then into a sort of wheelbarrow suplex. Masterful combination by Cool Hearts. Takes a shot at Joey Bacon too. And Bishop from off the top. Missile drop kick with absolutely superb accuracy. But in the meantime, Quantum recuperates. And a snake eyes to the apron just busted Bishop open. In the ring, Quantum. Is he fast enough though, Bishop? With a knife edge chop to a trapped Quantum. Got to make it back to his corner. And he does. But not able to make the tag. Caught is Quantum. This might be a drill claw. But Quantum obviously able to counter. Now a pin. No win yet though for the Kings of the Kitchen. Tag to Joey Bacon. That was a unnecessary tag to state that Quantum's in right now. It might be up to Joey Bacon at this pivotal point. Jawbreaker with a cheap shot there from Quantum to the back of Bishop's head. Oh my God! Ace Bishop get rolled over. 500 plus pounds. And now dragged into the corner. Scoop slam. Oh, I shiver to think what the hell Bacon might be thinking about doing. Well, he goes for the pin there. That was a pretty close call. Bacon distracted by his own antics and allowed that tag to be made. Greg Ward comes in, big boot, busting Bacon open. Takes care of Quantum. Bacon finding it hard to stay focused here, and that might lead to the downfall of Kings of the Kitchen, because Cool Hearts are most certainly locked in. Oh, bear hug! Bear hug! Ace Bishop has to come in to make the save. Joey Bacon fixing to squeeze the very life out of El Perro there. Bacon yeeting Ace Bishop! Holy shit! Rest in peace! Ace Bishop! We hardly knew ye! Good God, man! Bacon just flipped the switch. He said, let me kill this man real quick. Lord above, but Greg Ward, guys, has managed to take control back in the ring with a reverse STO. And a short arm, big boot. Perfect position here. Ward makes his way to the top rope. Lining up his shot. Big forearm. That just rung the bell of Joey Bacon, but out of instinct alone, Bacon managing to get himself into a pinning position. Ward kicks out. Quick punch to the belly. And another reverse STO. Bacon, at this point, guys, his cut worsening. You can see blood beginning to spill out of the canvas. This matchup might not last much longer. Still, though, able to avoid that running knee. Bacon is fighting with whatever he has left. Inverted atomic drop and a splash. Even a little splash like that, man, is going to hurt you. Coming from someone like Joey Bacon. High kick. Bishop sends Bacon into the corner. Bacon, though, fights his way out. Can he make his way to the corner, though? He's moving so slow. I mean, it's not that Joey Bacon usually moves very fast, but slower than usual, I guess I'll say. The only time Joey Bacon ever moves fast is when it's towards catering. Tag made to Greg Ward. God, guys, Bacon is looking rough. Look, he's got blood all over his chest now, leaving a trail of blood. He's trying to let the CM Universe know he's okay, though. Oh, look at this stare down. Ward thrown back into the ring. In the corner now. Oh, no! Greg Ward dragged into position for we know what comes next. 500 plus pounds, but Bishop just at the count of one, saving his tag team partner, saving this matchup. But Greg Ward, man, I don't know if he's even able to catch his breath right now. Does all he can, but makes the tag to Bishop. Man, the fact of the matter that Kings of the Kitchen came into this matchup at a disadvantage thanks to that attack by the Jackals, and still they're putting up this level of a fight against Cool Hearts. Just goes to show you, looks to be deceiving. Don't count out the Kings of the Kitchen. Just because they like to have fun, they like to have a laugh. Maybe they like food a little bit too much. Particularly Joey Bacon. But in that ring, they can go with the best of them. Great effort there, Quantum. Tagged in, clothesline tags right back out. Bacon could probably use a rest. Big fucking toss! And Bacon pleading with the wrestling gods to let this one end, but prayers go unanswered. Bishop dropping to the outside. Bacon's going right after him, though. Picked up and dropped on the apron, guys. Bishop is starting to bleed quite a lot at this point, too. Donning that proverbial crimson mask himself. Oh, the ringside crew is going to have quite a lot of cleanup to do after this matchup. Look at the fucking ring, man. It is covered in Joey Bacon's blood. I'm surprised my man's doesn't bleed ketchup. What is this from Cool Hearts? Oh, kick into a spinning back suplex. Hooks the leg, guys. 1, 2. Quantum waited a few seconds there before breaking up the pin. Oh, lucky for him, the referee wasn't exactly moving with a purpose. Jesus Christ, Greg Ward, he tried. To his credit, he tried to get up the 500+ pound frame of Joey Bacon. Around and around and around we go. This is making me sick. Bacon might end up knocking himself out. The amount of blood that he's lost. Jesus Christ, how many rotations was that? Bacon's about to faint. Somebody get this man a glizzy stat. Tag is made. Quantum, can he wrap things up here for the Kings of the Kitchen? Spins him around to say, how do you do? But Greg Ward was ready for him. Troy Cole-esque super kick. Everybody taking a page out of the playbook of the new undisputed world heavyweight champion. Tag to Bishop. Shoulder thrust. And now off the back of Bishop. Body splash in the corner. Thrown into a belly-to-belly overhead. God, I love the Cool Hearts. Going after them legs. Just doing all they can to wear down big Quantum. Uh-oh. Ace Bishop right in front of Joey Bacon, locking in a tequila sunrise. Oh, really cranking that thing. But Bacon right there indeed to make the save. Quantum counters the Irish whip. He says to hell with that though. Bacon tagged in. Spear! Oh, I'm surprised Bishop didn't go bouncing right off that belly. Tags Greg Ward in. We are witnessing an absolute tag team war here between Cool Hearts and the Kings of the Kitchen. Desperate pin from Ward, but still Joey Bacon kicks out. Tag, Bishop's in. Another spear. Jesus Christ, man. Goes for a belly to belly. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't think so. Into the corner. Tag is made. Oh, God. Oh, God. What is this? What the fuck is this? The Quantum dropped like a bomb off the top of Ward, swooping in to make the save. Poor Ace Bishop, man. The amount of shit that he has gone through in this match. I have never seen anything quite like that, though. Look at Ward. He's asleep on his feet. Ace Bishop is the legal man, though. What? No. No! Bacon! The rear end! No! Oh, God! And especially so late into the match! Oh, God! Hooks the leg! 1, 2! Get the fuck out of here. Ace Bishop, how he was not just put to sleep. That should be a war cry. That's got to be like toxic tear gas. Tag to Ward. Double back body drop, taking the strength of both men to get Joey Bacon up and over. Quantum trying to come to the aid of his tag team partner. A little bit of a chase scene going around the ring. European uppercut. Look at how much Bacon is bleeding. Gonna need to have a blood transfusion ready backstage. Greg Ward's going after the knee. Perhaps gonna look to make sure that Bacon won't be able to make it back into the ring in time. Guys, we're on a count of 9 here. And that's gonna be 10. After all that, a double count out. You have got to be kidding me. We just witnessed well and truly an all-out war between Cool Hearts and Kings of the Kitchen. And after all is said and done, a double count out. Well, honestly, that's a good thing, especially for Joey Bacon. I don't think he would have lasted another minute with the amount of blood that he's lost, but what a match, man. Well, we needed to take a couple of minutes there to let the ringside crew get the canvas cleaned up, all the blood lost by Joey Bacon in that last match, as we have still got good and plenty action coming your way here on Shockwave number 93, and 2 more Scramble match qualifiers, the first of which coming up next here, as Salvage goes one-on-one with Mystery Mask the Fourth. And already here tonight we've seen Chris Andrews and Xander Slate qualify for the Scramble. Of course, Marty Michaels given one of the spots in the Scramble match by Pat LaFave. So that's 3 spots filled, 2 left. Still to come, Bob Luger and Leon Gata fight for the final spot. And Battle Scars 10 will be where the Scramble match takes place. The winner of that earns a shot at the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, now held by Troy Colts, who knocked off John Lipnick at Ascendance 12, and Troy Colt kicks off his reign right here tonight. That's still to come. The Harvester Salvage, a member of the Octane roster, but as we saw with Bloody Justice earlier tonight, Pat LaFave left the floor open for anybody in CMV, regardless of what show they're on, to step up, to take their shot. And Salvage is actually the first to do so. This is going to be quite an interesting matchup here. And a thing to note, guys, is that if Mystery Mask the Fourth does manage to win this matchup, he'll be pulling double duty at Battle Scars 10, because it's already confirmed that he and his stablemate, Charlie Garfield, guys, will be meeting one-on-one in a mask versus hair match. After months of infighting between the two, constant bickering and even attacking each other, earlier tonight they said enough is enough. It was Garfield who laid down the challenge. Mystery Mask accepted. And so if Garfield loses, he will have to shave his head bald. But if Mystery Mask the Fourth loses, guys, at Battle Scars 10, he's going to have to unmask. And I guess you could say the mystery will be solved. And Garfield, obviously, as you can see, is going to be parking himself at ringside for this matchup. Mystery Mask the Fourth can't be too happy about that, but he's got to stay focused here with Salvage in his scramble match qualifier. Jay Young, of course, we heard from him earlier this week. He's had enough of this non-stop, what he called incessant back and forth. He said he's looking forward to seeing them finally hash it out in the ring at Battle Scars 10. And so that Lucha Libre background from Mystery Mask the Fourth. Now they're going to pull himself into the corner. Ooh! Down south right there. Mystery Mask the Fourth. Get shoved back by Salvage as Charlie Garfield. Is he truly out here just to observe? Now, I highly doubt that. We'll have to keep our eyes on him. Mystery Mask the Fourth certainly will. Salvage, who obviously brings the power advantage to this matchup, but as we've already seen, Mystery Mask the Fourth with his speed and his agility trying to outmaneuver the big boy. Quick twist to the leg there. Fight gonna spill to ringside. Salvage trying to intimidate the international man of mystery, but instead gets thrown back into the ring. Definitely the two most inexperienced of these scramble match qualifiers we've seen. Well, look at this. Charlie Garfield, guys, is indeed not just out here to watch as he pulled off the top turnbuckle, just exposed the steel. Obviously looking to give Salvage an opportunity to utilize that exposed steel here. As I was saying, though, Salvage, Mystery Mask the Fourth, neither man has held World Championship gold. Neither man has held any championship gold here in CMV, as a matter of fact. No matter who wins here, there's certainly going to be the dark horse in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10, surrounded by the likes of Xander Slade, of the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews, and even the current Intercontinental Champion Marty Michaels. And whether it's Bob Luger or Leon Goddard later tonight, those are legends, Hall of Famers, former world champions. Mystery Mask the Fourth taking back control now. Stop for the gut. Now picks him up for an Irish whip. Nice reversal. And Garfield just grabbed the ankle of Mystery Mask the Fourth, and that's going to leave the door wide open. Salvage with a clothesline in the back of the head. Man, the ref saw that clear as day, too. But get Garfield the hell out of here. Where's the ejection? And now look at this. Garfield just slid a kendo stick into the ring. He's doing absolutely everything he can to cost Mystery Mask this opportunity. Well, the referee is able to... Yes! The ref! He has seen the exposed turnbuckle after getting rid of the kendo stick, thwarting all of Garfield's attempts here to sway this matchup in the favor of Salvage. It might be too late for that, though. Mystery Mask trying to stand his ground. Trading shots, though, with Salvage. I don't know if this ends well for him. Gotta respect Mystery Mask not backing down, not giving up. Blow for blow. For a spot in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10. Big Enzu lariat from Salvage as Garfield takes off the top turnbuckle again, distracting the ref as Salvage delivers a power bomb. But wait a minute. Well, now Salvage has got the match won. The ref is busy with the top turnbuckle. Is Garfield now here to help Salvage or Mystery Mask now? I'm confused because that obviously benefited Mystery Mask. Perhaps Garfield himself is torn. Again, these two are stablemates. But obviously there's so much tension between them. It's reached a boiling point. Salvage easily had this matchup won well over a 3 count after that power bomb. Well, it might not matter, man, because Salvage currently having his way with the International Man of Mystery. Down but not out. Ribs first into the side of the steel steps. We're up to a count of 7 here. Salvage gonna again throw Mystery Mask down onto the floor. Garfield that just put hands on Mystery Mask. Now Garfield, what the hell? He just helped Mystery Mask. Mystery Mask was about to lose by countout if not for Garfield there, throwing him back into the ring. What is Garfield doing? Well, now Salvage looking for another powerbomb, but Mystery Mask reverses into a roll-up. 1, counter though. 1, 2, reversed again. And a kick out. Hurricane Rana from Mystery Mask the 4th. Big boot to the chest. Barely even makes Salvage budge. Charlie Garfield playing the role of a schizophrenic here at ringside tonight. He's not sure who he wants to win this match. Big time knee from Mystery Mask. Salvage giving himself some room here as he charges forward. That might have been the end of Mystery Mask, and he knew it, able to get them boots up. Shoved back, Mystery Mask giving himself the time he needs to get back to his feet. But does he have enough left in the tank at this point? Big knee to the gut. And now targets the left leg of Salvage, trying to tear down the base of the big man. Mystery Mask just all over Salvage here. Oh, those punches. Looks like Salvage is busted open. Now look at this, Garfield. No, Garfield's distracting Mystery Mask. I can't with this guy. Mystery Mask has to be wondering what the fuck is going on. He should have lost this match twice now. Garfield saved him. But now distracts him. And Salvage taking back control. Belly to belly slam. Kick to the back just for good measure. Watch out, Garfield. Salvage staying focused though. Picks him up. Nasty Uranagi on the floor. And now Salvage perhaps looking again to earn the count-out win. Garfield not there this time to save Mystery Mask. Oh, nope, Salvage gonna break the count. Delayed vertical suplex. Continuing to do big time damage here at ringside. Head scissors though. Somehow, some way, Mystery Mask still with enough to keep up the fight, man. Got to be chugging along on fumes, but what's at stake? Could be a career-changing opportunity for Mystery Mask the Fourth. He knows that. He won't give up so easily here, even with the incessant interferences by Mr. Garfield at ringside. Springboard moonsault. The International Man of Mystery now going to deliver some rapid-fire kicks to the face once more. From the full mount position, those punches in a bunches. Garfield up on the apron. Pops right back down though, tried to distract Mystery Mask there, but Mystery Mask at this point has learned his lesson. Perhaps too little too late though. Forearm smash, dropping Mystery Mask with a sack of stones. Gets out of the ring, but straight back in. Springboard forearm smash. Garfield telling these fans to shut the hell up as they start to rally behind Mystery Mask, who goes to the top. Salvage to his feet. Hurricane Rana. A spot in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10. On the line, Salvage up that headbutt just falls into the pin. Frustrated as he gets back to his feet. I would be too, man, if I had this match won it twice. Elbow across the chest. Every one of those elbows, man. It's got to feel like a ton of bricks falling on you. Mystery Mask just looking for a couple of seconds to catch his breath here in the corner. Salvage not going to allow it, though. Elbow to the chest. Putting Mystery Mask down with authority. And now it sort of Tiger Bomb suplex combo. And that Salvage and Charlie Garfield unable to believe that Mystery Mask was just able to kick out. But believe it they must. Those precious few seconds that Salvage wasted complaining. Whoa. Mystery Mask to the High Rent District. Hurricane Rana at ringside. More punches from a pissed off Mystery Mask the Fourth. Bang! Can he get big old Salvage back into the ring though? That's a lot of dead weight. Oh. Into the steel steps he sent. Garfield is arguing with the referee all the while. Mystery Mask back into the ring. Goes to the top. And again, stalking Salvage. Another Hurricane Rana. Salvage getting tossed every which way in this match, man. Salvage now the one thinking about getting back into the ring, or perhaps he should have, as instead he eats a nasty kick right to the chin. Mystery Mask maybe going to be the one collecting a count-out win here. 7. Salvage. Whoa! Gets back to his feet, but gets put right back down. taken to the skies. Mystery Mask to the floor. More punches as now. Might be time to spin, spin, spin. No, salvage. Instead, gonna drag Mystery Mask back into the ring where he might finally have it just where he wants him to end this match. You're a nuggy. And a hook of the leg. It's got to be over. 1, 2, 3. Salvage is going to be the one heading to Battle Scars 10. Qualifies for the scramble match. And I would like to say that Garfield played a role in Mystery Mask losing here, but quite honestly, as we saw, Charlie Garfield equally tried to cost Salvage and Mystery Mask this match. Garfield making sure to keep Mystery Mask and all of us on our toes, but well, I could definitely see over there a smirk on the face of Garfield, as the International Man of Mystery will not be going to Battle Scars 10 to compete in that scramble match, but he will be going to Battle Scars 10 to meet Charlie Garfield in that hair versus mask match. And although we obviously can't see Mystery Mask's face, I can only imagine there is a scowl. Charlie Garfield may have just made a big mistake. Up next, my friends, as you can see, we've got Marty Michaels and Ace Reeves in the ring, ready to go, but look who it is. The winner of the Slick B Memorial Battle Royal at Ascendance 12, the man who, of course, has a future shot at Marty's Intercontinental Championship. Looks like he wants to watch this one up close and personal, and he has not taken his eyes off of Marty Michaels. Hernandez, I'm sure, also can't exactly be happy with the fact that Marty Michaels was given a spot in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10 by Pat LaFave rather than defending the Intercontinental Championship. I guess Raphael's music is just going to continue playing. The guys in the production truck, man, they just love this banger. Marty Michaels trying to switch his focus, though, to Ace Reeves, who is most certainly one that you have to give your full focus to. And if you're Ace Reeves, definitely a win here could put you on track, potentially getting a future matchup with the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Oh, goes for that uppercut, but Reeves instead able to spin him around, rocking a sleeper. Michaels escapes promptly with the jawbreaker. Now a sunset flip powerbomb. Marty Michaels knocking off Anthony Martin at Ascendance 12 to win the Intercontinental Championship. And the only one in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10 that didn't have to earn his way into it. Benefits of being the right-hand man of the general manager. It's sent down to ringside. Gravity manipulator here. Gonna take his shot with a springboard shooting star press. Oh, Xavier, you could see he was hesitating. He was like, do I really want to take this risk? Lucky for him, it paid off. Whew, quite a distance. Big Buddha now take their fight back into the ring. Exchanging lefts and rights. Marty Michaels. Oh, Rafael Hernandez. Hernandez just rushed the ring, taking out Marty Michaels. And I guess he wasn't out here to just watch this one. The referee has called for the bell, guys. This match is over by disqualification. Hernandez now assaulting the Intercontinental Champion. Like I said before, Hernandez pissed off that he's not getting his Intercontinental Championship match at Battle Scars 10. That Marty's going to be competing in that scramble match instead. Hernandez wants his shot. And he wants it now, but Marty Michaels is fighting back. The Hot Mess Express letting Hernandez know if he wants some, he's going to get some. But Hernandez quickly drops down. And again, takes out the knee of Marty Michaels. Ace Reeves has quickly fled the scene, and I don't blame him. Hernandez, kick to the chest, gonna back Michaels into the corner now, up on the top. Big right hook gonna send Michaels tumbling down to the outside, hit his back off the apron too on the way down. Both men going for jumping clotheslines, neither connecting, jumped right over each other. Double axe handle to the chest. We need to get security out here now. Although security hasn't exactly been on their A game here tonight, letting the Jackals attack just about every single person on the Shockwave roster. To be fair though, when is security ever actually doing their jobs here in CMV? To get someone out here though. These two just beating the hell out of each other. And Marty Michaels, he doesn't want to risk injury heading into the scramble match at Battle Scars 10. But he also won't allow himself to be punked out here by Hernandez. The ego won't allow him to back down. Same can be said for Hernandez. Marty with a big-time sit-out spine buster onto the floor. Hernandez might have picked a fight he can't win this time, guys. Irish whip, and Hernandez counters. Marty sent back into the ring. Hernandez wanting to embarrass the right-hand man of Pat LaFave here. But it might end up being he who gets embarrassed. He let his emotions get the better of him. Marty Michaels. God damn. Twisted him like a pretzel. Marty slowly bringing Rafael Hernandez to his feet. An Irish whip into the ref. Ref playing the role of a blockade there. Hernandez taken down with a reverse DDT. Marty Michaels extends the hand, looking to break that right hand, stomping on it repeatedly. And now a barrage of elbows to follow up. Ref, get in there, do something. This referee is useless. Where's Amelia Jones? Get her out here. Oh, hostile makeover! Marty Michaels dropping Hernandez on his head. That's how he won the Intercontinental Championship at Ascendance 12. And now a springboard back elbow. Just for the cherry on top. Rafael Hernandez tried to send a message here tonight, but instead it's Marty Michaels who's the one left standing. I understand why Hernandez is upset, but he's got to get his emotions in check. Or when the time comes that the Intercontinental Championship is on the line, this might be the sight we see. Marty Michaels standing tall. All right. Shockwave number 93. And guys, coming up next, it is our tertiary main event. Still to come, we've got our final scramble match qualifier as Bob Luger takes on Leon Gara. And of course, in our main event, it's Ellie Quinn and Chloe Marks of the Killjoy Club taking on Yvonne Ivy and Women's World Champion Beatrice Lotus. But first here, this is a huge opportunity for Max Cutter, who now is on his own. Hellfire has been disbanded, mutually going their separate ways. So Cutter now, yet again, a singles competitor, and what a way to be thrown back into the pool, going up against the undisputed World Heavyweight Champion, Troy Cole. Not a much bigger way for Cutter to try and send a message to that Shockwave locker room. Now that he's on his own, then knocking off the new undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. The man who had Ascendance 12 defeated John Lipnick in an instant classic to become undisputed champion. What a moment it was. I'm not even going to lie to you, I had a little bit of a tear in my eye. Everybody loves a feel-good moment, and that's exactly what it was when Troy Cole held up that undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. But now that he is champion, gonna be an even bigger target on his back than usual. Now we look back to just a year ago, Ascendance 11, a very similar moment when Ricky Delaney won the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship, defeating Shea Hoxton, but then he lost it after only a month, his very first defense. Well, the same thing happened to Troy Cole. Of course, we don't even know who's going to be first in line to challenge him for the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. We're going to find that out at Battle Scars 10 in the Scramble match. Mr. No Days Off, living up to that name like he always does. Winning the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship just a little over a week ago, and he's already back in the ring, baby. Locked, cocked, and ready to go, but so is Max Cutter. You can be sure of that. God damn, taking Colt down. This matchup just started, man. I ain't even in the zone yet. And Max Cutter fixing it. Made Troy Colt tap out. That would have been a sight to see indeed, but Colt not going to be so easily defeated here tonight. Kick to the gut by Cutter. Colt though with some elbows. Max Cutter, no stranger to competing as a singles superstar. When he first arrived here in CMV, he was on his own. But of course, he's been teaming with David Pope as Hellfire for, gosh, what, 7-8 months now. So, bit of an adjustment period for Cutter here, I'm sure. However, Pat LeBave obviously is chucking him right into the deep end. There's no sort of warm-up for the Violent One. He's getting the king of the mountain here in Troy Colt. And you know that Cutter's going to make the most of this opportunity. Imagine if he's actually able to defeat Troy Colt here. Max Cutter may very well set himself up to be in the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship picture going forward with a win like that. But of course, Colt not looking to let that happen. Great kick combination. And looks to follow it up with maybe a deadlift German suplex instead. Cutter gonna scoop him up, chuck him out of the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Into the full mount. Cutter. Right hands and elbows. Troy Colt has to cover up. Max Cutter is just delivering this unrelenting offense. Troy Colt, I just don't think was ready for. Finally able to get himself out of the way. And a drop kick as Cutter was coming off the ropes. Has to readjust himself, but back into the ring. Now he pulls Colt back. Another high knee. And drops Troy Colt right near the center of the ring. Doesn't even get a 1 count. Cutter's like, hang on a second. Eyes wide. Colt like, you really thought, huh? Back into the ring, but eats a kick. A career-changing win this could be for Max Cutter, and he knows it. But Troy Colt does not want his reign kicking off with a loss. Wants to send a message to everyone that's going to be in that scramble match at Battle Scars 10, that no matter who wins, they're stepping up to the man that runs the place, the new king of the CMV Mountain. And he does not intend on losing that Undisputed Heavyweight Championship anytime soon. Gorgeous standing moonsault there. Cutter dragging himself into the corner. Colt's just waiting for him. Patience is a virtue. Like the chop that was blocked, kick to the gut. Nice throw down there by Colt. And now goes off the ropes with that knee drop. Speaking of virtue, very Blake Virtue-esque, paying homage to a man he knows very well. Punches to the midsection by Max Cutter. Quickly though, Colt. Kick to the ribs. And another wheelbarrow suplex. Goes for the pin. Can Colt wrap it up? 1 count only. Next snap now, Troy Colt. Gonna try for that Blake Virtue knee once again. This time, it is a bullseye for the Undisputed Heavyweight Champion. Now, this is a considerable distance. What is Troy Colt looking for? Frog splash attempted. But Max Cutter able to get out of the way. And now, goddamn, cracks the neck of Troy Colt. Colt fights his way back to his feet. Realizing at this point, though, that Max Cutter is most certainly willing to do anything and everything here to secure this win. Very good reason he's known as the Violent One. Just look back to what he did to DRH last month. Stomp to the gut. Middle of the ring right here. Pin attempt by Max Cutter to knock off the undisputed world heavyweight champion. Kick to the chest, though, countered into a dragon screw. Colt maybe didn't expect to receive such a tough fight from Max Cutter here, but definitely realizing it now as he goes back to the top rope, maybe going to try for that frog splash again. No! Phoenix Splash! Vintage Troy Colt! Uno! Dos! But no tres, Topher. Frustrated is Colt. Max Cutter hurt, but getting back to his feet. And I think Colt, 330 slam! Right down in the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 2.999. Colt says, you stay down, boy. To the top. Frog splash, but again! Max Cutter able to lure him in, and once more cracks that neck. Cutter don't give a goddamn. He's got to kill Troy Colt here tonight, man, to get this win. Fist drop to the champ. And another. Tries for the stomp, though, Colt. Forearm smashing the kip up. Ain't nobody on the goddamn planet that doesn't like Troy Colt. Standing moonsault this time, hooks the leg. 1, 2. What a kick out. Knee drop. Nope. Max Cutter seen it coming. Takes Colt down into the triangle choke again. Colt is caught near the ropes. Doesn't need a rope break, though, as he gets out on his own. Few well-placed punches. Spartan kick right there. My God. And a DDT. Put Max Cutter down with authority. Cutter able to shove him back. And a knee to the face just falls into the pin. Cutter is desperate here. Does the desperation pay off? No. Drops to the outside. Cutter's going to the top. Decides against it, though, as Colt starts to get back to his feet. Probably a good idea. Max Cutter isn't exactly a high flyer by trade, but now gets dropped. Face first on the ring apron. Colt pops it right back up. Irish whip, though, gets reversed. Colt back into the ring. Cutter trying to hype himself up. Colt going to join him at ringside again. Kick across the chest and one to the gut. Butterfly suplex on the floor. Tries for another Spartan kick. This time, though, Cutter avoids it. Back into the ring, both men. Basement dropkick from the Violent One. An overhand punch. Third time they say is the charm. Will it be for Max Cutter? He's got Colt in the triangle choke again. But no, Colt escapes. That arm is hurting, though, you can see. Northern Lights suplex. Vintage Colt as he rolls through for a suplex. Upper body strength unmatched. And just going to show off a little bit. Cutter drops to the outside, just trying to get himself a second here, but Colt says, I don't think so! Off the top to the outside. What a humdinger and a half this match has been. Knee drop by the undisputable heavyweight champion. And a stomp to the bicep. I'll tell you what, win, lose, draw at this point, Max Cutter has impressed me. I thought he was going to struggle competing on his own. No David Pope to back him up, but he has held his own and then some against the cream of the crop here in Troy Colt tonight. Colt. I can see it. See that the gears are turning. Big drop kick. Grabs a hold of the leg, Cutter. Great job with escaping though. Clothesline gonna force Colt to retreat into the corner. Might be where Cutter wants him. Forearm smash attempt and Colt gets out of the way. Clothesline of his own. There's a back elbow. Now an Irish whip. Gonna send Cutter into the corner, but no, he's able to reverse. Whoa. Gets out of the way. Kick to the side of the head. And Colt now. Big knee from off the top rope. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No. An insane kick out by Max Cutter. Colt. He says enough is enough. 330 slam a second time. Thanks for coming, Max Cutter. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck out of here. Max Cutter. He goes to Brett's rope. Colt though, meteor to catch him. Kick to the top of the head. Cutter! But Max Cutter's not content. He's not finished. The finishing touches. Double boot stop to the back of the head. 1, 2. What? Troy Colt kicks out Cutter without a moment of hesitation, following him to ringside. Saying, where do you think you're going? But a jawbreaker from Colt gives himself an opening, which Cutter immediately shuts down with that kick to the gut. Down onto the floor. I know a man, an inferior commentator overall, but I know a man who would call this a certified bar burner. Cutter. Going to the top. Remember what I said earlier? He's not what I would call a high flyer, but that double boot stop found its target. Back to the top. Cutter with another one, but Colt says, I don't think so, brother. Big enziguri. Troy Colt couldn't have expected the fight of his life here tonight against Max Cutter. Knee drop connects and Colt tries to Irish whip him towards the ropes. Max Cutter instead going to send the undisputed world heavyweight champion out onto the apron. Rocks him with that punch and a back suplex. No! On the apron! The hardest part of the ring. The violent one, seething as he throws Colt back into the ring. He's got eyes to end this one. Colt will not stay down though. Look at Max Cutter. Seeing red. Nice dodge there by Troy Colt. Lighting up that chest like the 4th of July, but the Irish whip gets reversed, and Max Cutter with the drop down, with the leapfrog, with the headbutt. Spreads the legs for a punch to the dick, a punch to the dick, to the top. Cutter, what's this now? On top of Colt now. Hammering away. Elbow's gonna bust Colt open. Colt's bleeding. Colt's bleeding. But that just woke him up. Wrenches the arm. Forces Cutter into the corner. Colt lures him in. Kick to the face, and now Cutter's bleeding. Forearm smash. Tip up. Mr. No Days Off. Rolling now. Watch out, ref. Don't get in Troy Colt's way right now. Scoop slam. Puts him in position. From Brett's rope, Troy Colt. Best crossbody ever! But a kick out! Knee drop misses. Both these guys bleeding. Both these guys drained. But still fighting. Elbow to the side of the head. Colt now with an Irish whip. Dropped down by the undisputed heavyweight champion. Leapfrog. Wheelbarrow suplex. Colt to the top. Colt to the top. The frog splash finally connects. 1, 2. I can't, man. I can't. Max Cutter. The absolute madman. German suplex with the bridge. Colt finally secures the 3 count. My God. Just needed that last little touch with the German suplex. But look at this, guys. Oh, looks like Max Cutter might be hurt. And Troy Colt wants to show respect. But, oh, come on! Max Cutter faking an injury. Playing possum to score that cheap shot. And Troy Colt was just trying to show some respect after an amazing match. But Cutter wants absolutely none of it. I'll say again, though, even in defeat right there, Max Cutter just proved that not only will he be able to survive on his own, but excel. few minutes to collect myself after that insane matchup between Max Cutter and Troy Cole. But somehow the show still, my friends, is not over. As coming up next in our co-main event, I need me some W. Our final scramble match qualifier of the night. Bob Luger getting ready to take on Leon Gata, guys, and who is going to fill that fifth and final spot in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10? Here tonight, we've seen the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews, Xander Slate, and Salvage qualify. And of course, Marty Michaels was given a spot in the matchup by Pat LaFave. So it's going to be either Bob Luger or Leon Gata securing that final position in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10, where of course the winner receives a future shot at the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. Bob Luger, who since returning a couple months ago has been playing the role of mentor for JB Hayes, who we can see is going to be in the corner of Bob Luger here. We saw them unsuccessfully challenge for the Octane Tag Team titles at Ascendance 12. It was Luger, who of course came out here at the top of the show when Pat LaFave opened up the floor for anyone to come down to the ring and stake their claim to being in the scramble match at Battle Scars 10. Bob Luger said, "I've been trying to give back to this younger generation, showing JB Hayes the way, but I realized I ain't done yet. I still got a whole lot I want to accomplish here in CMV." So Luger taking off the teacher's uniform, if you will, here tonight, as he's in it for himself. Looking to make it a Battle Scars 10, but of course, he's got to get through Leon Gata, the former global champion, who at Ascendance 12 was a part of that Anarchy in the Arena match. Gata saying he feels bad that he and his teammates came up short against the gallery, but now he wants to start fresh. We talked about it earlier, post-Ascendance is kind of a rebuilding phase for a lot of men and women here in CMV. You know, that chance to feel like you're starting anew, and that's what this is about for Gata. And he is wasting no time. Big European uppercut to take down the work ethic Titan, forcing Luger pick himself up here in the corner, but Gata wrenching at the arm. Either one of these guys would be a big addition to the scramble match. I mean, just look at that lineup, man. Xander Slate, former world champion, CMV Hall of Famer. Marty Michaels, the current Intercontinental Champion, the right-hand man of Pat LaFave, a former unmatched world champion too. The Bloody Brick Chris Andrews, a former world champion here in CMV, a man who's done just about all there is to do here in CMV. Oh, look at JB Hayes just throwing in a steel chair, by the way. Looking to come to the aid of his mentor, but referee Murphy here having none of it. He gets rid of it. As we talked about, though, Salvage is definitely the dark horse. He's going to be the one to watch, I think, in that scramble match. He can really impress. And then, of course, whether it's Bob Luger or Leon Gata, two former world champions, two of the absolute best. Troy Colt, no matter who wins, he's going to have a big challenge coming his way. Think of those matchups, though. Xander Slate versus Troy Colt. Salvage versus Troy Colt. Marty Michaels versus Troy Colt. The Bloody Brit versus Troy Colt. Or will it be Leon Gata versus Troy Colt? Shooting star press from the Golden Lion. 1, 2, but a kick out. Bob Luger with about a millisecond or less to spare. But look at this now. Backpack facebuster. Drops Luger. Gana setting him up. I think he was going to the top rope again, but JB Hayes. Hayes at ringside distracting Gana, trying to give Bob Luger the time he needs to recover here. And Gana, this is foolish. He should know better than to fall for that. Didn't really do very much. Anyhow, Luger seems to be completely out of it. DDT's got both men down. Luger, though, knowing where he is at all times, rolls out onto the apron and uses the ropes to get himself up. Blocks that shoulder thrust attempt, getting up the knee. Got it with an Irish whip reversal, though. Luger drops down. Leapfrogs and a wheel kick. Vintage as it gets right there from Bob Luger. Well, now he's got a hold of the arm. Luger, armbar. Armbar's locked in. Armbar's locked in. Gara's caught. Gara's caught. And he has no choice but to tap. Bob Luger is heading to Battle Scars 10. And the field is now set, my friends. It is going to be Xander Slate, Salvage, Marty Michaels, Bob Luger, and the Bloody Brit Chris Andrews at Battle Scars 10. A scramble match with a shot at the Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship on the line. All right, you can already hear my voice. I just started to recover my voice from Ascendance 12, and now it's going again because we've had such an amazing show here tonight. I mean, some absolute bangers, some instant classics. We've had the Jackals attacking just about every single person they get their hands on. It's been madness. But we still have our main event. And that's coming up next, guys. It is tag team action, and there she is. The return of Yvonne Ivy. At Ascendance 12, she was the saving grace for Beatrice Lotus, guys, who it seemed like was perhaps just moments away from losing her Women's World Championship after we had Gianna and Quinn Bell interfere and attack Lotus. But Yvonne Ivy came swooping in, man, like an angel to even the odds and give Lotus the opportunity to recover. And of course she did, and ended up defeating Celestia to retain her Women's World Championship. But this isn't exactly a happy reunion. From all reports, Lotus is not elated with the fact that Yvonne Ivy interfered in her matchup, saying that she could have handled it on her own. This isn't going to be a friendly Otranto reunion here in our main event. There's a lot of issues still unresolved between these two, mainly because of what Lotus did to Violet Evans at the end of last season. Well, Lotus can't really afford to sneeze in Ivy's direction. She needs the help. Then again, on the other side of the ring, it's not like these two are going to be high-fiving and hugging. The team of Ellie Quinn and Chloe Marks far from on the same page, but contractually, Chloe Marks has no choice but to be a part of the Killjoy Club now. That Ascendance 12 that we saw Chloe Marks and Ellie Quinn meet one-on-one, and the stipulation was that if Chloe Marks won the match, she would take over Killjoy Club. But if Ellie Quinn won the matchup, then Chloe Marks would have to join Killjoy Club. And they both signed contracts, so Chloe Marks, unless she wants to quit CMV, she has no other option than to essentially do as Ellie Quinn says. And we know that Ellie Quinn, far from a gracious leader. We've seen the kind of things that she has done to both Taylor Wagner and Stevie Gabriel in the past. I don't think that Chloe Marks and her time in the Killjoy Club is going to be a fun time, to say the absolute least. But Ellie Quinn knows full well that going up against the women's world champion here, a win might put her back in contention. So she ain't going to be playing games, I don't think. Not here tonight with Chloe Marks. She's going to need Marks for the backup. And there, of course, you can see is Ruby Cage coming out alongside Ellie Quinn. Ruby Cage, you got her taste of action at Ascendance 12, trying to come to the aid of the devil herself during the matchup with Chloe Marks, and paid dearly for it. Chloe Marks. Tell the look on her face. Begrudgingly making her way towards the ring. In the same boat, though, as I was just saying about a win here for Ellie Quinn, putting her perhaps into contention. Future shot at the Women's World Championship. Same thing goes for Chloe Marks, but then again, I don't know if Ellie Quinn would really allow that to happen again. Chloe Marks is basically under the thrall of Ellie Quinn here. She has to do whatever Ellie Quinn says. For how long, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not privy to the exact contractual obligations Chloe Marks is under, but like I said before, it ain't going to be a good time for Chloe Marks. But here we go. It's our main event tag team action, guys. And wait a minute, who the hell is that? Someone has just jumped the barricade and attacked Ruby Cage, and now is in the ring, clothesline to Ellie Quinn. Chloe Marks has just backed away, as have Yvonne Ivy and Beatrice Lotus. Who the hell is that? Some hooded assailant. First taking out Ruby Cage, and now Ellie Quinn. Chloe Marks not doing a damn thing to help. Quinn just getting laid out. What the hell? What is this now? Wait a minute. That is Zach Cage. Zach Cage is here. The father of Ruby Cage, and of course, the tormentor of Ellie Quinn, Zach Cage is back. I don't know who the hell that is, but obviously they are working with Zach Cage, taking out Ellie Quinn here tonight. What in God's name did we just witness here, my friends?
Get a check and take it right to the bank, and I walk away, no